this game called Cosmic Zap operates off of character sheets that we all should have access to at the very end of the file. And you may pick one of those characters, and you should make it, easily accessible to you while we play. If possible, printing, but if not, just having it there. And everybody only needs one die, me included. Which is a 20.
Did that.
All right.
Nothing else.
Okay.
Nate, did you find a character?
I am catching up. Well, I found this guy that I recognize, the blue streak.
Do you want to play that character again?
I'm thinking... No, I'm
Okay.
thinking this other interesting fella called Zebediah Infinity.
Excellent. Okay. How
Sounds
about
like
you,
a kind of
Sandra?
music guy.
Do you want me to explain a little bit about what you are looking at?
Yes,
Okay.
please. Well, what kind of game is it? If it's one that we need to fight, I like fighting, so
Right.
we're one
there
of those
can be lots of
characters.
fighting. Sure. You will find that that's easy enough, actually. I will give you two choices for fighting. One of them is called Whacked Jack, and one of them is called Sweet Jane. Sweet Jane has, let's see, she is half woman, half galaxy, and she has a trillion star punch. And Whacked...
The Dream Police have a warrant out for her. That sounds good.
Okay. Excellent.
Let's do that.
Excellent. Okay, so you will see that there are 3 sections on the sheet. And one of them is going to be cosmic, one will be personal, and one will be super. And they are in a particular order for each one, for each character. So they're in order of power. So if the first one you have is cosmic, then you are kind of a cosmic being. And if your first one is personal, then you are just a person. If the first one is super, then you're basically a superhero or a supervillain. But you have all 3. So Zebediah Infinity is actually a person who is a progressive rock star. But he also has his next most important thing is that he is the bearer of the head of Eternus. So he has cosmic connections. He has a cosmic object that he has. And then at the very last bit, he has some superpowers that are sort of a side effect or a small part of these other aspects of his being, which are these Time Warrior activation gems. So are you getting an idea, Sandra and Mikael, what kind of genre we are talking about? We are talking about what happens when out of control music meets psychedelic drugs in comics.
Sounds good.
Exactly. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world. And so then...
Doing drugs and...
I'm recording this, you understand that, right?
I did not hear this.
Or when my students in college asked me if I had ever done any drugs, I told them I have done drugs that you cannot spell. So to look at the other characters that have been taken, if we look at Stien Son, we see that he is also basically just a person. He's very good at commuting, for example. And he's a very good accountant and things like that. But he is also has superpowers, and nobody knows that he is secretly the super character called the Fulcrum, who wields all sorts of powers of probability.
I missed that. The only thing I have on my character sheet is Meek and Fuzzy.
You don't have enough. You have to get the whole character.
Oh, okay. I only have half.
So we only have 1/3.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go back and
Right. Go get the rest of him.
download.
Stian Son
Yes.
is much more interesting than that.
It would be fun if he was just an ordinary,
Well, that's
plain
yeah.
Swede.
Well, yes, I know, but he is secretly the fulcrum, the super balance man. So, and as you can see, he also has some slight cosmic connections.
Okay.
So then we have Sweet Jane, who is basically a supervillain or superhero, who steals arts and curiosities. And then also, but she is also Janie Jones, who runs Jane's Antiques, and her mama needs medical care. She also has some items. This is a very American restaurant, the Winchester County All Youth Fine Art Prize from 2008, which is clearly an important object to her. And then she also has the LP, means long play. It's a vinyl album, record album, of Fleetwood Mac's Rumors. And so these three characters, we don't have to decide anything about them. Play just begins. So if you look at these numbers, you will see that they go from 1 to 20. And bigger is better. The higher the number, the better. But if you have a W on it, that's better. That's completely better. So 1 through 20 with a W is better than 1 through 20 without a W. So if you have, for example, 2W, think of it as 22. It's better than anything that's just 1 to 20. So your best ability is the one with a W and the highest number of the W's. So any luck with that as you look at it? You can see what you are really, really good at.
I got a lot of W's.
Right.
I am really good at diamonds, my ex-girlfriend. So it's kind of odd.
I'm really good with commutes.
That's right. Now, you will notice
I have an SL coach.
All right. You will notice that these abilities don't look anything like RuneQuest abilities, or only very few of them. So there could be a person there. And in many ways, you are playing more than one character. You are also playing those people when you want to. Or you could say, for example, I need help with something, and this person will help me. Or you could say, this person is doing this thing, and then we will roll for that person on your sheet. So your sheet is almost like a little community. That's why you have characters who are hunting you, but they are your abilities. For example, if you were being chased by the Dream Police, if Jane is being chased by the Dream Police, and someone else attacks Jane, it's perfectly okay for Sandra to say, the Dream Police attacked that person, and roll using the Dream Police against them.
I remember the Dream Police.
Right.
Nasty people.
Mm-hmm. So are you guys getting the idea? This sheet is more like a community, and you are a little bit more like a game master than you are in RuneQuest.
Yeah.
So that's one thing to know. And so then another thing is that the way play proceeds is very formal. And I'm just going to ask you to do as I say, and that way you'll learn it, and I don't have to explain it, because explaining is terrible. Explaining is just obnoxious. Nobody likes explaining. So Who has the highest value in the personal keyword? The keyword are the big ones in the beginning of each group. So where it says Zebediah Infinity, that's a keyword.
Yep.
And
Yep,
that's
I have-
everything under it is inside the keyword. So what's your score in Zebediah?
1W.
1W. And Stien Son also has a very high value there. What is your ability in Stien Son?
Is it under personal there?
You
Right
should
under it?
see actually the words Stien Son, and then it says personal, and then there's
Yeah.
a number.
4W.
4W. Okay. So it turns out that let's see, where did it go? Right? Oh, I had it right here. Here we go. Yes. This is called the featured role for right now. It won't last very long. We are going to change through the roles, okay? So you are the first featured player, and then someone else will be the next featured player. So that's how that goes. And as the featured player, you will let's set the order right now. The next featured player is Nate, and then the next featured player is Sandra, because we are going in order of the personal scores. So far, so good? Okay.
Yep.
The interesting player has the highest value in cosmic. So who is that? The cosmic keyword.
13.
17.
I only have 13.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Okay, so let's see, 13, and did you say 17, Nate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you are the first interesting player, and Sandra, you're going to have a role as well, but you can take it a little bit easy to start while we are just doing this for the first time. So when you're the featured player, this is what you do. The interesting player, who is Nate, asks you, what are you doing? And you answer. Tell us where Stien Son is. Tell us what kind of ability that they might be using. Describe what they're doing. Be like a game master and be like a player at the same time. You don't have to you don't have to put him in danger. In fact, you probably shouldn't, because that's Nate's job. So just tell us what they're doing, and it might be very active, it might be using an ability, or it might not. And then we will proceed from there, and you will see what is happening. Sandra, you are certainly allowed to speak, but at the moment you won't be rolling dice. That will come soon. Okay, so Nate, ask the important question to the featured player.
All right. Stien, what are you doing?
I'm standing in a queue.
Tell us more.
Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to buy some meatballs and potatoes. So I went to my local IKEA. And now I'm standing in a queue.
Ah, excellent. Okay.
Like, really Swedish.
Yes, of course. All right, so my job is to start rounding things out a little bit. Now that we know you're standing in line at IKEA with waiting for your meatballs, I'm going to say, I can do this, I am the narrator, and add a few more things around, is that your two of your children, we are not sure if you have 2 or 3, the 2 of your children are there, and they are misbehaving at the little place where you get the drinks, the lingon and the äppeln and all the little juices that you can get in your glass, and they're misbehaving over there. And so I'm just giving you a little bit more to do. So what you look at, if you want to deal with this, you would look at your sheet and see if there is an ability that you would like to use.